do a review of a new knife design I came out with last year. It's a knife I'm calling the Deer Creek knife, and the reason I picked that name is because Deer Creek is a creek that runs through the entire length of the county I live in. It's also back here in a big set of woods where I like to hunt. It's down at the bottom. It's just beautiful back there, nice scenery, and I spend a lot of time over here on this farm all year round when I get the opportunity. The knife is about 9 3/4 inches overall. Has a 4 3/4 inch blade, 4 1/2 inch cutting edge, handles 4 3/4, which gives it pretty good balance. I came up with this design for pretty much a medium size all around outdoor knife. It can be used for just about anything outdoors, even for hunting. It's a little bit large for a hunting knife. I like something a little bit smaller, but this will get the job done if you had to. If you were only carrying one knife as an all-around knife, this would be a good size to carry. I was just going to do a couple of demos with it, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push cut through this 5/8 diameter manila rope. And with push cutting, you're pushing down and pushing forward at the same time. Yeah, I'll do it one more time. This wood's a little bit soft here from all the rain we had. There we go, cut right through. Next thing I'm going to do is baton through this seasoned oak. Now, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there on batoning and one-stick fires and things like that, but I just want to do a little demonstration with the knife, what I would use it for if I was out in the woods, getting firewood and things like that. I know there's people debate the batoning thing with a knife, but I like to do it. It's a lot of fun. No problem with that. Then the other thing too is, like, when you're getting wood together for a fire, a lot of guys like to do the wood curls, which that's another thing. I mean, you really don't need to do this, but it's something else that's fun to do. But if you're in a survival situation and you really need to get a fire going, you're not going to be messing around too much with this. If it's raining or whatever, you need to get the dry wood. Batoning is good for that. But I just wanted to show the effectiveness of the knife with getting off strips of wood for some tinder. The edge on my knives, you have to be up at a high angle, push in, and then get the wood going like that. I'm not really interested in ultra fine paper thin curls. I'm just getting some strips of wood here to use for tinder. If I wanted to, I could get them pretty thin by doing that. But if you're doing the one stick fire thing, that's important, and I've done that before. But honestly, I prefer to use man-made tinder, cotton balls and Vaseline for a rod, or even just pull matches out. You can get pretty good curls off with this knife. Now, this isn't a dedicated quote-unquote bushcraft knife. you're not going to be doing a lot of carving with it. It's not designed for that. It's a heavy duty woods knife for heavy work. And like I say, it gets the job done with the curls. You could go with a thinner edge knife like a Scandi grind and really get thin curls, but I'm more interested in getting these curls off this wood to get a fire going. And like I say, you take these curls here with some cotton balls and you get yourself a fire going pretty quick, and you have the rest of your wood lined up and ready to go. So that's not too bad, I guess. You can get more over here like that. Basically take it down to where it's almost like a toothpick and break it off like that, and then you got yourself a little tinder bundle there. Put your cotton ball underneath and get your fire going with it. Now this wood is poplar, I believe, not a real hard wood. If you get into doing the oak's a little bit harder to get curls off of, but you can do it. This wouldn't probably be my first choice for this. I'd go with a wood like poplar, but you can do it. It's a little bit harder. And getting these curls off of wood, it all depends on the type of wood that you're doing it on. The softer the wood, the easier it's going to be. It's a little bit harder with the oak. And like I say, you can do it. The steel in this knife is A2. It's one of my favorite carbon steels for this kind of work, for this type of knife. And any of the steels would probably do well, but I really like A2 a lot for my outdoor knives. And I'm going to be using this fall also as part of my deer hunting knives. This will probably be the larger one that I carry, and hopefully we'll see how it does. So I hope you enjoyed the video on the demo of this knife. If you're interested in this knife, you can reach me at www.gossmanknives.com, and I can fix you up with one of these.